Okay, everybody, this is Nicole with HelpMamaRemote.com, and just wanted to do a little talk about my couponing today. I told you I was gonna. My only thing I saw this week that I was interested in getting was that Aqua Fresh for kids, and then I had 2 more Glade coupons for Target. So those were my only so far objectives for the week. So I had some running around to do, so I stopped at a couple Walgreens, like on my way back home. They were all out of the toothpaste. I was like, wow, it's like it's gonna be a little hard. So they told me when their excuse me, next shipment was coming in or whatever. So I said, you know what, I gotta be wiser about this. I'm gonna start calling before I go, because it doesn't make sense to travel all over the world and they don't have it. So I did on my phone. I have an app. It's called Places, and I think it comes with the phone. I think it was already on there. So I'll type in Walgreens and it lists all the ones in my area. So okay, y'all, I'm a couponing dummy, or I need couponing for dummies. But so what I did was I called one location in there, then I called another one, and the one Walgreens we go to, it's on Governor's Highway. So when I saw the listing in my phone, I assumed it was that one. However, there's another Walgreens on Governor's Highway. So I called, I asked if they have any. They said they had 3. I said, well, could you save them? She said, yeah, I'll put them aside for you. Did anybody have them? Which one had them for me?
The first one. The first one.
No, you mean the second?
It was the first place.
No.
It was the first place, mother.
No, we went to the first place. It was the wrong place.
Right.
So then it was the second place.
No, the second place had the right stuff. You went to like 3.
No. Who did I ask? Did they put some away from me?
The first place.
Okay, what about the other place? Did they put it away from me?
They didn't have any.
Okay, y'all. Anyway, I didn't confuse myself so much today. But anyway, so I went to the wrong one. I asked them. No, I didn't ask them. No, the first one I went to, I looked, they had some. How do I start this freaking story? Okay, so on my way to the one I thought I asked to hold it, I stopped at the one closest to our house. They had them. So I was going to go try to purchase it. Evidently, the lady didn't know how to put in the coupons, and she put in the wrong ones, and it wouldn't take off. So I was like, forget it. So I go to the next one. Asked them, did they set them aside? They said, no, we didn't set them aside. I was like, man, so much for phoning first. So I went and looked at my phone to see which location I had just called. And it was the other one on Governor's Highway. So I'm like, duh. But now I forgot, even if I went and asked them, did somebody set something aside for me? I didn't forget. I was so confused. Anyway, so I went to the next one. I said, well, let me ask them to do them separately. They didn't have problems, but yeah, she said, well, take it back to photo. Take it back to the photo department, and she could do it for you separately. So I go to photo, and she's like, why she tell you to do that? Let's go up to the front. She was real rude or whatever. So she did ring them up. She knew what she was doing. But evidently, I guess you have to ring them up a certain way. I didn't know. They had to do the manufacturer coupon first, and then the Walgreens coupon. So anyway, that it ended up working out. So I went back to the store that had the 3 and got those 2. And the manager, he was real nice. I asked her, I said, well, could you ring them up separately? Because I didn't know it's a certain way you have to put the coupons in. And the manager said he'll do them for me. So he took me to the photo department. He was even like, he said, well, sure, let's see. Let's see what happened. I thought that was cool because he didn't know, but he was willing to learn and find out how it worked. So I thought that was really nice. As well as the cashier, she was real nice too. So he rang them up for me, and then that's when he said, when he got to the second transaction, he just run both of them up. He said, I think it's the certain way you put them in. I was like, okay, cool. So anyway, long story short, I got 6 of the toothpaste, and then I went to Target and got the 2 Glade. The 2 Glade was $0. Now wait, the other day I went and got them. I didn't have to pay nothing, not even tax. Well, today I did have to pay tax. But anyway, so my total today with the 2 Glade and the 6 Aqua Fresh for kids was $1.07. That's real cool. All I paid was tax. So I think I did a good job. I thought I learned a whole lot of lessons and a whole bunch of attitudes and some nice people and some not so nice people. My daughter laughed because the rude people was in the little bougie area, you know, the old high class area, and the real nice people was in our class. But for real, we was. I'm looking at the door because my husband and I'm in the garage, and I think my son want to come in. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So that was my thing today. So I think I'm staying in the rest of the week. I don't have nothing to do. I'm not going out hunting on nothing, but I do have two Aqua Fresh coupons left, and I'll make sure I use them. I forgot once Walgreens said, I forgot when they said their next shipment come in, so I'm just gonna make sure I get the last 2. I looked at the expiration date. Some expiring in 2014, and then others are 2013. I gotta pay attention to how long it take my kids to use toothpaste. I know we use it up because more than one person is using it upstairs, more than one downstairs. So we'll see. When one using it upstairs and one downstairs, it might last a little longer. So I'll see how many I need to get when I get them, because I'm not gonna go overboard. And I don't know, too many kids. My oldest daughter said it was nasty. I bet it is. Bubble gum, yeah, toothpaste and stuff. What else I want to talk about? I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna come back with a little vlog about stuff I see out in public that should not be. But all right, y'all, that's it. That's my little story for today. Bye bye.